Hey peeps, it's me again, Adam Stone, 775 the 9. Now I just want to go ahead and tell y'all something real quick. I was just reading Yahoo News again, and for those of you who don't know, Yahoo News is not a bad source. Some people have said they, communicate with the criminals in action. Totally criminals in action. Refraction of the first arrow, window to the fish window destruction of the script. Which unfortunately for them is not going to be working too well for criminals in action. It's just not going to work. We'll get to that later. But they really want a hot war with China and Russia. That's the first thing you understand about criminals in action, is that their war with China and Russia was to make it a hot war and not a cold war. And the reason is because Hillary employed Apple labor, specifically slave labor in China, and whenever someone was too oppositional to do slave work on an Apple device, they would organ harvest them. There were 4 ways of life that definitely did this: Falun Gong, House Christianity, Tibetan Buddhism, and Xinjiang Islam, united by Joshua Wong. Now, for those of you who don't know, now you know names. Here's the other thing, though, good too. So that's the report. I sent up Should I Fling, North Diarrhea. Check out the stations N3 and Khani Shitobi. They're definitely for the win. Everybody else is a fool. They didn't read. That's clear. If you don't read, you can't gain anything. It's like I was telling everybody else. I read all the books. And in return, I got everybody else drunk off the knowledge. Now, for those who don't know, I was posting online before, but my grandfather, he went up to the Ascendants at about the age 75. He was born in 1920. Significant stuff. I know. Ultimately, here's the thing you have to understand. So, back to the original topic of discussion. Sorry for going off track so much. But ultimately, what ended up happening was, so there was this, I guess they were trying to put it on a Hispanic veteran from Alaska, Anchorage, city of Anchorage. There was another book, they called that guy mentally ill, and he had visited Montana and worked on a farm. Tilled the soil, but then he refused to harvest, so he hitchhiked all the way up. Got stuck in a spa for 2.5 weeks. Then got a ride all the way over. Then he stopped outside of Fairbanks. Everybody likes to say that in Fairbanks, the crazy people. Well, it depends on your definition of crazy. Anchorage is a good seaport, though. Boats, barnacles, feeding octopuses. Never was horrible to begin with. But ultimately, here's what ended up happening in Alaska. So they sent this Latino veteran guy to go shoot up a place. 5 dead, 8 injured. Obviously insulting. Of course, I threw Should I Fling at King Shlong Un's Grandma City. So obviously, if I Should I Fling at his city, or excuse me, his grandma's city, my grandma came around to say hi. So Miriam S. Meltzer, tell me about it. Anyway, so that's that story, right? So, I know how I'm going to die. They'll put me in cloth, bury me in a wooden coffin, throw dirt on me. You see, in the ancient ways, we used to be buried in caves, where our ancestors were buried in stone caves, but first wrapped in cloth, and they would use hardwood and a pulley as a base, along with the pharaohic mummification. And then, after that, they throw dirt right over it 6 feet deep. That's because they were supposed to be evil, but what happened was the boss Mojave, NC-17, because 86 is a 4-3. That's why 187 on a motherfucker. for those of you who don't know Motley Crue, you should go figure out why the Germans pronounce the way they do, and why they thought that was just hilarious. Why they thought that was hilarious. Motley Crue. Anyway, how am I bred bats, grizzly bears, saltwater crocodiles, and who's it? Oh yeah, firehawks. Yeah, we're gonna need those for backup, but don't worry, we have three-headed dragons too, just in case you're wondering. We can always bring those back. Remember three-headed dragons? So I got another video again. This time it's another N3 video. Very, very good channel I've been to. And it's a very hilarious video. I already know what's up too. Thanks, Obama. Okay, so I have to admit it to you guys. I just typed it in right now. I typed in on the video. The video on this N3 is specifically Texas is about to tell trainees where they can take a dump, and every woman cheered. And let me tell you why. Just go take a look at my post. I don't even need to say anything more. Anyway, guys, just wanted to go ahead and give y'all a shout out. N3 and Kanish Toby. As I stated about Tim Black, for those of you who don't know the curse that we put, a drunkard who raped his wife constantly had his wife use a kitchen knife of steel on his rib bone. Text. Should have read it. Should have read all of the texts. Because I got you drunk off my knowledge. You better call me and talk to me over a phone line, or comment, or email. But you can't text me. You're freaking weirdos. I don't have to respond to your texts. That's not the text I was talking about. So, the boss Mojave, say hi to Waldo. From Paris to Mickey Mouse. The boss Mojave NC-17 because 86 gets rid of a 4-3. Blast the 2 dead batteries up. Operative. Thank you. You're welcome. Weirdo truckers. Yeah, Stephen Colbert. Nice meeting, by the way. 7759. Peace out, homies.